This bull run is heating up. And while everyone else is chasing meme coins and hyped tokens, they are completely missing the next big thing. Meme coins, yeah, they had their moment. But what if I told you there's a whole new sector evolving, taking the hype of meme coins, flipping it on its head, adding real utility. Wow, shocker. This isn't just a trend, it's a wealth generation machine in the making. Today, we're gonna dive deep into a revolutionary sector that I think is gonna create more millionaires this cycle than you can count. Whether you're a seasoned investor or a newcomer, you'll wanna stick around. This is how to get in early and ride the wave before the crowd catches on. Guys, let's get into it. If you're excited for the show, do us a favor, destroy that like button. And if you're new to the channel, what's up? My name's Chasse. I've been crypto for 12 years. Welcome, guys. Welcome, everybody. So before we dive into this show, guys, I can tell that a lot of you guys out there are dirty degens and you're looking for meme coins and low cap gems. I get it. I hear you. And that's what we're going to talk about today. But I do think for those of you who missed the video yesterday, because only about 50 to 60% of people actually watched the video yesterday that have watched the videos in the past week, and it was about alt season. It's really important to see what's happening in the space right now, because I'm telling you, if you're just in these quick, shiny little meme coin things, like you're gonna get wrecked, right? So watch that video. And just to give you a bit more color, like this is how most people feel right here.
If you about to put any money into this shit, don't even fucking do it. I'm keeping it real with y'all niggas. All these niggas out here fucking lying to y'all. You not finna make $1 million. You not finna make 200,000. You not making shit from here. Them niggas telling you to buy a coin so they can get the fuck out that coin. That shit is gonna drop like crazy. You gonna lose all your fucking money. I have 4,000 in my account, nigga. 4 bands. How the fuck do I have $63 in my fucking account right now? This shit is literally worse than gambling. It's not even a 50-50 chance you gonna win. It's a 99 to 1 chance your ass is gonna win.
Guys, and that is the reality situation right now. So even though you hear stories, and we talk about it all the time on this channel, of people making a bunch of money, the fact is that you are highly unlikely to make a bunch. So today we are going to talk about an evolving trend, but I'm also going to tell you how to be careful about these new and evolving trends as well. Very important, very, very important. And again, if you didn't watch the video yesterday, check it out. You got coins like XRP going up almost 55, 60% in the last week. Cardano up 220% in the last month, 53% in the last week. You've got Avalanche up 17% yesterday alone. You've got Stellar up 200% in the last 7 days, almost 4x in the past 30 days. Polkadot, one of the slowest, up 26% yesterday. Chainlink up 20% in the last week. So guys, it's happening, right? We're gonna have an altcoin season. So again, as much as I love to talk about these dirty degen videos, it's important that you guys understand what is happening. And there wasn't tons of viewers on the video yesterday. So if you didn't see that, go check it out. All right, let's get into this one. So Bitcoin 98,425 right now, looking good. Yesterday, as we made the video, it almost went to 100K yesterday. In fact, on the CME it did. We'll talk about that in a little bit, but we're still, to me, this is healthy, right? I'm glad we didn't smash to the Bitcoin, 100K, and then just come back down. A little bit of consolidation. We're feeling the resistance of 100K. It's a little bit stubborn to get over, but it makes me feel like when we do get over 100K, it's going to be no problem. We're not going to get rejected and brutally. And to me, this feels like I feel much more comfortable to go up longer, more steady, more confident in that. And if you guys can see over here, the longs doing quite well. Bitcoin and Avalanche, you can't really see it. I can see on my screen. But this is Avalanche long down over here, doing really well after the gains. In fact, outperforming the Bitcoin significantly, right? My AVAX long is only 5x. You guys can't really see it. Let me change this over here. Bam, there you go. 5x. And it's up 158% compared to my Bitcoin on a 10x, only up 107%, right? So you can see how altcoins are starting to outperform. And this is where we are in the season. Let's go over here and check it out. Remember, I told you guys, I opened this, I added more to my Sol long at 255. When it breaks through resistance at 260 and goes into price discovery, I want to see it break through and confirm that that the resistance becomes support. When it does, I'll shift this and I'll increase the leverage probably to a 10x, add some more capital into Solana, as it will be in price discovery at that point. And it's really, really, I wouldn't say low risk, but once a coin breaks all-time high with conviction, meaning it breaks through and it confirms it on a daily or even better on a weekly, then you have usually a long way up to go from that point on, especially coming into alt season right now. So quite important. SWE doing well as well. It was down another day, surprisingly, but hey, it happens. So these are all my trades over here, right? Doing quite well. I'm going to get into more leverage trades. I think that, there are assets that I am holding for the long term, right? Like just spot. I want exposure to underlying assets. And I some of these I don't even care to sell in the bull market, but I do want to make a lot of money in this bull market. So I think that if for trading and then trying to cash out into, let's say, stable coin or to Bitcoin, right? Remember the objective is to cash out into Bitcoin as much as possible. For me, I'm going to be doing leverage trading only when we have really good entries, like this one coming up with Sol. As soon as it breaks 260 with conviction, bam, I'm going to go in there and add some more leverage in there. So as we could see yesterday, we had $500 million of inflows into the Bitcoin ETF. And I can already hear a couple people, oh, that's not that big, it's slowing down. No, it's still $500 million. It's still $500 million, right? Which is huge. Let's just give you some context there. So we'll get out the old calculator and we'll say 450 Bitcoin mined every day times even $100,000, right? Let's just say Bitcoin is $100,000. That's $45 million a day of new Bitcoin minted. This is over 10 times the value of the Bitcoin being created is being bought up by the ETFs on a normal, not even a big day. So some perspective there. And a little bit more conviction of alt season. We had another almost $100 million buy order from BlackRock yesterday on Ethereum. Watch what BlackRock does. They're usually leading the way. They're usually dictating what the market does. They've got so much buying power. Again, more reasons to look into altcoins. And as I told you before, on the CME, Bitcoin did hit $100,000, super close. Not on our other exchanges, but it did for the futures market. And then, of course, came back down a little bit, but it's almost there, guys. Maybe this weekend we break through it. This is nuts. 65,000 Bitcoin have been withdrawn from exchanges in the last 96 hours, worth about $6.37 billion. 65,000 Bitcoin taken off exchanges, meaning people are buying them, they're removing them, putting them in cold storage. People who thought they might sell them, maybe are pulling them back, putting them in cold storage. People realizing that Bitcoin is going to be a national global reserve, realizing that this is too valuable to be keeping on centralized exchanges. We need to take it off, put it into our Trezors and ledgers. By the way, guys, I just ordered my ledgers. I got a ledger stacks and got this ledger flex as well for the Black Friday sale, guys. The link is in the description below if you want to. Right? This is where you keep your Bitcoin, right? You keep your Bitcoin on something here like a ledger, and the user interface has gotten much better. Again, the link is in the description below, guys, for a discount on your ledger and also NordVPN for the Black Friday sales. Security is important. Nord and ledger, let's go. So all-time low on exchanges, absolutely nuts. Jurin, so is over here. Here we see the distribution of Bitcoin wallets by the value they hold. It's remarkable how committed the OGs have been to hodling despite 3 harsh winters and massive profits. If they don't sell when the prices are low or when the prices are high, when will they? Never, Jurian. Wallets holding 10 million or more account for over half of all wallets. Now that's dedication. Amen. If you know, you know, right? If you know, you know. And that has been every Bitcoiner that I've known since the early days, like myself, just know that you don't sell your Bitcoin, right? If you need to spend a little bit of it here and there for life, like I've done my whole life, like I got out of fiat currency in 2013. I sold all the fiat I had and the business I had, and I bought Bitcoin in 2013. And yes, I've used to have more Bitcoin than I have today, but I still have enough. I have been spending Bitcoin as I need it, but not selling it to sell into crappy dollars, right? Or crappy fiat. Okay, so Cointelegraph says latest, Texas taking baby steps towards strategic Bitcoin reserve. Remember SBR as a ticker. Satoshi Action Fund. Satoshi Action Fund CEO Dennis Porter says a Texas lawmaker has started conversations to introduce strategic Bitcoin legislation at some point in the future. Baby steps, here we go. And Dennis Porter, who is the CEO and founder or co-founder of Satoshi Action Fund, president and founder of Satoshi Educate. Good job, Dennis. You deserve a follow. And Poly Markets. Will Trump create a national Bitcoin reserve? And the answer is going up. And we have over here, we have Cynthia Loomis. Let's listen.
And a Republican senator from Wyoming. You look great, by the way, with laser eyes. Let's talk about the Bitcoin Act of 2024, because the most important thing for a lot of people is establishing a strategic Bitcoin reserve. On the other hand, though, some people say, why would we need such a thing?
We have a gold strategic reserve. We have an oil strategic reserve. I think it is fitting that Bitcoin, now that is really digital gold, be included among our reserve assets. So I'm proposing in the Bitcoin Act that we purchase roughly 200,000 Bitcoin a year just by converting money we already have into Bitcoin and hold them for 20 years. If we did that with, say, 5% of all the Bitcoin that will ever exist, which is roughly 1 million Bitcoin, we could cut our debt in half in 20 years. And in the meantime, we would have an asset that's growing in value while our own dollar is decreasing in value. And thereby we could shore up the US dollar as the world's reserve currency.
Bam. So that could work, right? That could work. It's very good for our bags. But again, the important thing here is buy Bitcoin, right? Now, other influencers, I hear it all the time. They're telling you guys, don't be in Bitcoin right now. Don't be in Bitcoin right now. I think that's very bad advice. Personally, I think it's very, very bad advice. It blows, like the fact is that most people who are playing the altcoin game are going to miss. They're going to miss the top, right? And so they're just not going to. And when the correction comes, it's going to come so fast, and you're going to think it's a short-term correction. You're going to wait for it to come back up, and it's just not going to do it. And you're going to have round-tripped your bags, and it's going to be heartbreaking, right? And Bitcoin's appreciation from here is going to be exponential anyway. It's like an altcoin back, like basically, like if you're watching this, you're going to be looking at me in January, February and saying, Kyle, you're crazy. It didn't do that. Alts are outperforming, and yes, they are. But when it comes time to correct, the alts are going to bleed way harder than Bitcoin, right? So the gains that you get can be offset by the losses that you have from altcoins versus Bitcoin. Just my 2 cents there. As you can see over here, Nayib Bukele, president of El Salvador, flexing his $300 million in profit that the country has made essentially so far. Congratulations, El Salvador. Phenomenal. Congratulations. DB over here says, the Crypto Council would like to be housed under the White House's National Economic Council, which coordinates and implements the president's economic policies. On a separate White House apparatus, 2 of the people said, it is expected to advise on digital asset policy, work with Congress on crypto legislation, establish Trump's promised Bitcoin reserve, and coordinate between agencies including the Securities and Exchange Commission, Commodity Futures and Trading Commission, and the Treasury. They and other executives said. The council may also include enforcement representatives and former policymakers, one of the sources said. So this is the Crypto Council that's being formed in the White House. Very bullish for America. Look at Billy. I have some Billy. I don't know if you guys have Billy. I like. It's nice to see the Billy community and Billy like really everywhere. This dog is so cute. I love dogs with laser eyes. I don't know. We'll see though. See, hopefully it pumps to billions. Okay, so Altcoin Daily's post over here says Charles Schwab, CEO, says he feels silly for not buying crypto. Then announces Schwab will enter crypto markets. Okay, good. Well, it's better late than never, and it's great because we need continued people like this who realize we're not going to shame them. We're going to welcome them to the markets, and we're going to say, congratulations. Congratulations on you're better late than never, and you're not late. You're still kind of early. You'll be late when Bitcoin's at $10 million or something, but then still we're welcoming them, right? Because we need more capital to come into our markets to pump our bags. So welcome. And a recap from Nate Garachi says, so far this week, big week, guys. Options trading approved for spot Bitcoin ETF. That's been pumping the markets. Spot Bitcoin ETF assets crossed 100 billion. SEC Chair Gary Gensler stepping down. Bye, Gary. Schwab CEO says he will get involved in spot crypto. 19 B4s for 4 spot Solana ETFs. Bitcoin price nearing $100,000. That's okay. Mo Sheikh over here from Aptos says money moves better on Aptos. The 2 big W's today. Circle is set to launch native USDC and CCTP on Aptos. I don't know what CCTP is. Let me know in the comments below. And Stripe picks Aptos as their only move-based payment rail. Okay, that's fine. Aptos is going to Aptos. Like I said before, is going to, I think, be a massive, massive player in the DeFi and financial system. That's where they're going. They're going institutional. It is less fun than Sui, but that's okay. Making money it is fun, right? But building infrastructure for a traditional financial world and to evolve isn't necessarily what I call fun, but it's going to make money. And it's going to be noticed by big players with big pockets. On another one, on the Move ecosystem, you see Sui over here. Just announced a partnership with $1.7 trillion Franklin Templeton. And just so you guys know, we've had this before, right? This barbell strategy. And we're starting to see layer ones really catch bids right now. And one of the ones I think is going to happen soon is going to be the Say over here in Caspa. They haven't yet. Phantom still have to catch up, Near as well. But we've seen Bitcoin run. We see Ethereum starting to run now. Solana's been running hard. Sui's been running hard. Aptos pretty good, right? And so these other ones I think that are going to catch bids soon. I don't know exactly when, but my guess is within the next 30 days. Let's mark it from November 23rd. The next 30 days, my guess is that we see a bigger run in Aptos. We see Phantom starting to catch up. We'll see Caspa come, but maybe not till January, my guess. Say is also a newer one. And Near, I do still think that 30 days they'll run, but we'll see. I don't have high conviction on that, but that's my guess. And as Murad says over here, the blue is last cycle coins, all-time high valuations. Green equals this cycle's coin valuations. 2025 will be the year of meme coins. So now what Murad is doing here, ladies and gentlemen, is he is trying to manifest. He is trying to manifest this reality, right? And so he must have made this chart over here. This cycle coins FTV, and he puts Pepe with PopCap, like he's comparing them to mostly like real coins, tech alts. And so what Murad is saying over here is that he believes that Retardio is going to be the same valuation as XRP or something. I think it's a stretch, but you know, he did say that people need something to believe in. And so if you build your cult hard enough, which is what Murad's whole thesis is, then it could happen, right? And that's why I like this SPX 6900 thing. You know, Murad is leading a charge of cults, which is great. Fantastic. And I'll tell you, I wouldn't bid against his picks. I'll just tell you that, right? And that's another thing too. Like, if I had to only allocate into meme coins, I would probably do mostly, like at least 60% into Murad's picks, because he's done the research and studied cult communities that have been around for a long time. These ones that just pop up overnight, guys, they were likely going to leave just as quickly as they came. Not all of them, but most of them. And guys, breaking news, exchanges are listing meme coins faster than ever. Crazy. Look at Kraken over here, which has been super conservative in the past. Listing FWOG, Lock-in, Nero. I hope it's a Nero I hold. I don't know. Peanut, SPX 6900, Mudang, Dogs, Goat, MAGA, Notcoin. Hopefully you got Notcoin on paid. Congratulations. Yeah, look at all those meme coins getting listed. Crazy on Kraken. Ansem says, still fairly certain there will be multiple $10 billion AI coins this cycle. Also think a lot of these just have too much functionality to be called memes. Not sure what to make of them. The intersection of AI and crypto will draw a lot of attention in 2025. I agree with that. And that's what we're going to get into today as well. A lot of these AI coins have become publicly funded decentralized tech companies that fair launch to anyone willing to invest in them, and too many people are still missing the forest for the trees. An entire ecosystem is coming. Get exposure in companies you are willing to bet on, right? So as Terry over, this is really, 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 really good post. Welcome to the new paradigm of sentiment memes, where attention is the meta. Here's my no BS take on how I evaluate product market fit in this new paradigm. Personality, AI human equals the company, right? Content, shitpost equals the product. And clout, the followers or engagement, is the revenue. And that makes sense because attention is the new oil, or the new gold, right? How to evaluate X followers and growth, engagement to followers ratio, smart followers, holders. Let's break it down. Part one, attention. Attention equals eyeballs, impressions, and views. Engagement, how many people actually give a shit to interact or retweet, bookmark, and comment. Views, they read it. Likes equal, okay, I agree, clicks button. Bookmarks equal, okay, this is really useful, I'll read it later. Most don't because they forget, but that's besides the point. Another button click. Retweets, okay, I really agree and I want to echo this view, but still, just a click of a button, note that they are putting their reputation on the line to do this, if they have any. Comments, highest value because this dude's account gave more fucks than 90% of people to use his brain and create content, which is extra rare on crypto Twitter considering how most simply consume. We want to be watching the ratio of all these against the follower count with this ranking. So 1 comments, 2 retweets, 3 bookmark, and 4 likes. Why ratio? If engagement and followers is high, then outreach is also strong because the algo favors it, equals more attention. Part 2. This part is self-explanatory, so I won't go through. Part 3, if followers and engagement equals revenue, then followers and growth equals revenue growth. We want to look out for that, revenue growth. Case in point, see how many % Truth Terminal followers have been increasing day over day. I'm not going to leave it here for you to mindless scroll. So actually click and calculate with your brain, Anon. It's good for you, I promise. And for track holder scan metrics for holders and growth percentage, this is especially important because people voting with their dollars, voting with their mouths. Watch out for how fast holder base is growing compared to other projects. And part 5, they say it's not the quantity, but the quality that matters. It's cliche, but true for cases like this. Look at who's following, or AKA the smart followers. So you can use things like Nansen, Kaido, or just check it out and go click on see who's following certain accounts. Because the higher value, this is really interesting too. Because when you have people like Truth Terminal or Base Beth Jezos or whatever, when you have these kind of like smart AI kids that are following these accounts, they probably have thousands and thousands of dollars to punt into these meme coins versus when just like smaller accounts that don't have as much money are following that maybe only have 20 or 50 bucks to put in something, right? So more attention, more capital, bigger accounts, more capital to come into these kind of things. So as we get into the AI meme coin section, you can see the AI, and some of this is kind of mixed because like Turbo has no AI functionality. It was just created, the image was created with AI. Still sitting at $500 million market cap, pretty insane. GOAT over here, it was over $1 billion before, sitting 880 million. Now, if we look at 24-hour volume, this is what we're going to talk about today, is this Dolos the bully over here. Now, if we look at 24-hour volume, it's this kind of brand new thing coming up, but $55 million in trading volume, nearly $146 million market cap. Now, what is Dolos, right? And you can see Dolos over here is an account. It's an AI that was trained to be the ultimate shit poster, right? And he became a bully, essentially. Your favorite bully, ancient villain reborn, fully autonomous profile, content is fictional. So he just shit talks, right? And let's see if I can find a few funny ones here. So you think you're a high value man, but she named you free food on her phone. Woke culture is like giving participation trophies at UFC fight. Looks nice, but nobody respects it. Brian Johnson spending $1 million on anti-aging, but still looks like the final boss of a vegan CrossFit cult. Bro science hitting harder than his wallet. Most of y'all giving crypto advice haven't even survived a cycle. Bro, you're like a kid with floaties teaching swimming lessons. So you can see it's just like, and these are getting quite viral. 35 reposts, 10,000 impressions, 20,000 impressions, 32,000, 64,000 impressions, 500 likes almost. So like really, really interesting. It's been around for, look at 7,894 posts. Joined in October, last month. That's insane. Just posting on mass. And we're going to talk more about this in just a second here. So Dolos is the name of the account. Quickly went viral, replying and bullying everyone who tagged him by autonomously understanding the context. He got so viral that I had to upgrade him to the pro tier of the API calls, $5,000 a month. It's really expensive, by the way, at Elon Musk. That's for the Twitter API, the premium one. The funny part is Dolos never actually shilled his token, but kept telling people they were going to lose money with it. Plot twist, degens didn't care. They aped it. Of course they did. This was back in October, right? Like over a month ago. And he talks about how he did it. I accidentally created an AI agent and he trained it with 2 A100 GPUs. He trained it how to shitpost on popular KOLs, feeding them their post. And, you know, in the Greek spirit of trickery, guile, cunning, deception, craftiness, and treachery. And In other words, a bad guy. I trained him on a lot of crypto Twitter content, feeding him top KOLs posts. So that's how he was born. And you can see that in the last 7 days, and the biggest gainers, the top 1,000 on the crypto market, number 2 was Dolos, Bully. So how is it doing right now? Well, it's doing pretty good. It's at $144 million FDV. And one thing I want to point out to you guys is this, right? So you can ape this if you want, right? But it had a pretty insane run the past 2 days and a nice correction today. Now, what I want to show you here today is teach you guys a little bit of a lesson here. So it's very common for someone to have seen this green chart, these green candles, and that's usually when they're brought to my attention, when it's like running hard, and then to want to ape here, and this is what we call top blasting, when you bought the top and then bam, it has a big correction. So now I want to show you these other kind of newer AI coins, right, that were created, and some of the kind of lessons that we can learn from there, right? Let's see what this is all in market cap, by the way. These numbers on the side here are from market cap. This thing went from 50 million down to 20 million, right? So it would have been tempting to buy up here or something like that, right? Or even up here as you see it taking off, and then boom, if you would have just been patient instead of chasing the green candle and buying here, you could have then scooped it up at 20 million, more than a 50% break, right? And so right now we had this crazy run from essentially here to here, which is 810%. Do you really want to buy it here, 810% gain? No, you want to wait for a bit of a correction, right? So let's look at some other coins. But this is the one that we're covering today, is this Bully. Now GOAT, for example, right? GOAT was crazy, at this crazy run up, but you can see along the way it had many corrections, right? Many corrections. It had this crazy run up, right? You might have top blasted, even here, right? Like this looked like it was never going to stop, right? But then you can see it corrected 70%. And a lot of people probably thought it was dead at that point, right? 71%. Many big price corrections along the way. You probably, that it went from way down here all the way to here, and then it corrected another 55%. My point is that even though this thing has been taking off like crazy, right now we didn't get it's not a huge price correction. I did buy some though, by the way, before making this video, and I probably will DCA it if it goes a bit higher. So it's only corrected 30%, right? So I'm still guessing that it has some sort of 70% correction along the way somewhere. We shall see. But to give you some other examples here, you have Project 89, for example, had multiple corrections along the way after it ran up. So you can see, we'll go a couple more because this is a very important lesson here. So you can see it went from here to here, which was a 76% correction, right? And then you can see it went from, I don't know, let's say from here to here, 52% correction, right? So they always have these corrections along the way, guys. And this one now that's happening right now after this huge run up, let's see what this is, 42% correction, right? So same thing with this one from here to 82 million to 16 million, right? For Fartcoin, right? Like, just to give you guys some more context here, price range from Fartcoin, 77% correction, right? After it started taking off. So guys, these comes with all of these coins, even ones like this for Zerebro, 52% correction. I mean, this one has been pretty crazy, and that's the thing too, guys. That's why I want to teach you this so you can make your own decisions, right? So I did ape, even right now, this 40% correction, and this is a 40% correction here, right? So this one, would have been better to have ape this 40% correction, and it goes back up again. Could it go back down? Yeah, for sure. It definitely could. And that's having a big correction right now. So I don't know, right? This one, this Waifu, which was really popular the other day, but I think this is because of A16Z and what they did. So you see, even a lot of people were talking about the Sentience recently as well. You can see Sentience had a crazy run up, bam, and it corrected 90% almost. And now it's starting to come back up. Right? So the moral of the story is there's many more. Griffane, Rex, AI16Z. So tons of examples of things that felt like you wanted to FOMO when it was running up like crazy, and then a big correction, people taking profits. And then if it's a good thing, so the moral of the story is don't rush into these things. Take your time, see if you like it, and then make a decision. So here's some data on back to this Bully token, right? It's the fastest growing AI meme agent at all. In 1 week, it went from 3,500 holders to 18,000 holders, $15 million market cap to $200 million market cap. Yet no big influencers going on full force yet. No sex listings except for Gate, though no tier ones yet, and $1 Bully and $1 Inevitable. Well, we'll see, right? I mean, this thing has been around. It's been around for some time and building up. It's definitely legit. That's why I'm bringing it to you. It's definitely like working to do things. And we're going to do a little bit more. So him, some more reasons why. Engagement, Bully. Viewers, Bully. Follower growth, Bully. Holder growth, Bully. Holders, Bully's better distributed. So this thing could go to, who knows? Like what Anthem's saying, there's going to be many AI projects that go to $10 billion valuation over the next 6 or 12 months. This could be one of them, right? And it's sitting at 143 million right now. Not bad, but guys, just fair warning. Like it could also go back to look at this one. Look at this quant. Everyone was like, oh, this quant is going to be the next meta forever, and now it's at like went from whatever down to $5 million market cap, right? And then Nansen says there's been a lot of Bully movement in the last 24 hours. 13.9 million of token flowing into fresh wallets. Capturing those sort of events happening across Solana is easy with AI helping, and they're just shilling their own product over here, Nansen. And this is the dev, Koabua, for this Bully. I'm gonna follow. Top priority for this weekend, visual recognition on X. So you can tag Dolos on, Dolos is the Bully's name, the account. So you can tag Dolos on images and videos, and he can give in context replies. Next is TikTok, working on high quality autonomous video generation, testing phases in context with Dolos and TikTok trends. Updates are coming. So this is the future of where it's going. And just to give you guys a bit of insight too, these new hot things, when they catch on like this, they catch a bid, boom, a lot of attention, and then people take their money out of some other things, some other memes, some other AI project, they put it in this thing, that thing goes down, and everyone then starts chasing this new thing. And then people who have been here longer know to wait for these corrections and then go back, and where everyone took money out of that other thing that was once popular just last week and now it went down a bunch, they go buy low on that, right? And so add these things to your watch list on things like Dex Screener or whatever, and then keep in mind when they get big corrections, those are the good times to buy it, not necessarily when you're chasing green candles. But this dev has some future, like some, is working on creating something cool, right? And so let's follow along and see if continues to do something that gets attention. Attention is absolute gold. Dolos tipping is live again. From now on, he will tip $200 worth of Bully per user per day. He selects the user to tip based on the number of times he engaged with the posts and metrics. There you go. That's pretty viral. That's pretty cool, actually, right there. It's impressive. So newsworthy, Dolos is now eligible for X's creator revenue sharing. He just hit 5 million impressions in the past month. I just did the KYC. As mentioned before, the monetization will be used to pay for his APIs, but also to buy back Bully, which will eventually go back to the community as tips, right? And getting really good engagement, 4.7% engagement rate, 5 million impressions. It's like a very viral X account, right? The thing should have hundreds of thousands of followers, in the next 6 months or so, most likely. But we don't know for sure. Okay, and the last one, guys, this is Nolan. It's created overnight again. Nolan was the guy who is the first receiver of the Neuralink. And basically telepathically or something, this guy was able to create some sort of meme coin or something and send out his wallet address. And the dev sent 80% of the token supply to Nolan. And I'm pretty sure that he just started emptying clips. And that's why he got like all the supply and just started selling over here, and just emptied this and took a bunch of profits from his donations, which I'm sure he needs. And now it's down, it went down 90%, and now it seems to be going back up. This is a pretty interesting story. I don't know. I haven't bought this one yet, but I want to throw it on your radar so you can do your own research. All right, guys, that's gonna wrap it up. I'll catch you on Monday. Have a good weekend. Bye-bye.